Hi, I'm Angel Ortalaza,
And I'm Eric Minhares.
and we're still here with you to make sure you win your championship. We haven't gone anywhere.
We're back, and we're still here.
Yeah, watching every game on Red Zone, watching everything that's going on around the league, and making sure we give you the latest updates, whether it's by email when you guys are emailing us or tweeting.
Yes. I'll screenshot it. I'm like, hey man, this is important info.
Yeah.
Screenshot, send.
So we are your coaches, your fantasy football coaches, and you are watching Fantasy Football Red Zone.
Yes, you are.
All right, so as usual, we have a couple segments for you, and we have 3 of them for you, and we're gonna start off with Classic and Classified. Usually, what that basically means for you is the classic fundamentals that every fantasy football player should know. If this is your first or second year playing, these are the do's and don'ts that you should know. And then for the veterans, we have our Classified. We're gonna give you information that most experts won't tell you in order for them to keep an edge in their own league. This is probably what's gonna take you to the next level to make sure you get to that championship.
Yeah, and then we got Red Zone Pursuit. They will give you detailed updates on players, who to get, who to avoid, and this is where each point builds up to your winning weeks and then your championship. So it's super important.
Yeah.
After that, we got the script. Yeah,
I like
so
this.
it's one of the newer ones. For this one, I'm gonna tell you how to sell guys, how to buy guys, and what do we mean by that is, just trading players. Get good players. To best your team, get the best results towards the end, and how to sell them, how to buy them.
All right, so without further ado, let's get into that Fantasy Football Red Zone, starting off with Classic and Classified.
Yes.
All right, so we have some good information for you guys today. Starting off with some classic ideas, meaning when you have a fantasy football player go down, such as Tony Romo, Ben Roethlisberger, Big Ben, or any of your big wide receivers, what we want to say is don't be afraid to switch your players on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And the classic mindset behind this is that a lot of people think, well, you got to believe in your players. If my quarterback goes back down and I pick up Fitzpatrick and he played great for me one week, he got 40 points, I'm going to play him again. Listen, guys, there's a reason why they're free agents. Make sure that you don't make the mistake of leaving them there for too long, because they're going to have those weeks where they barely get you any points.
Yeah, they're free agents, they're backups because they're not dependable. So you want to get the best matchups, as Angel is telling you.
So the bold players, the players that excel, are going to be the players that, or the owners are going to be the owners that go and pick up a player for a week based on the matchup, play them, get like 40 points off of this player, 30 points, depending on your league settings, and then they go and drop them that week and see another opportunity for a matchup, such as Kirk Cousins this week. The man blew up. I had to switch him out because I was one who had Tony Romo and Big Ben as my quarterbacks, and I've been playing week to week with my quarterbacks. So different situations like that, look at the matchups, and hey, you got to win games. So that means be bold, drop players, pick up players on a weekly basis. Don't be afraid to do that.
We both have Big Ben.
Yeah.
We're big on Big Ben.
Yeah.
But now, don't worry, all right? Because we're streaming quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Just like we're telling you guys. Get the
Yeah.
best matchups. Baltimore's a bad defense.
Yeah.
Good matchups there. So, and other teams. So.
All right. Yeah, so another piece of information, this one's more classified, is I like this a lot. What you can do in your league, most leagues will allow this, and it all depends on the way your commissioner runs it, but basically, when the week starts, so Sunday morning, on Sunday morning before the game, you can pick up a player that's available that you think, he's a lot of times he's like a third or fourth string, third string running back or fourth string receiver, someone that is available for a reason, but they might get an opportunity. You pick them up right before that noon game. Then what you do is once that game plays and they don't do anything, they don't put up any numbers, then you can drop them and pick up someone right before the afternoon game.
The 3 o'clock.
The 3 o'clock, 3:05, 3:25. Well, we're in Central Time, so that's that before that game. And then after that, if they don't blow up, pick someone for the Sunday night game. And essentially what you're doing is you're scouting out these players that might blow up, and you're not using any roster space because you could just drop them and pick someone before the game. So it's almost like an insurance type of deal.
Yeah.
Where you're making sure that you have some talent there possible, and sometimes they will blow up, and you'll be like, got him right on time, and you're gonna hold on to him. So it's guys that no one's really picking up, guys that have, it's once in a blue moon. These guys, and you're gonna have that guy ahead of time, ahead of schedule.
And the only collateral is you're just dropping a guy who didn't perform and who was on your bench.
Yeah.
And you're picking up a possible prospect that can blow up. For me last year, I used Odell Beckham for this and Mike Evans. I was able to drop a guy at noon, pick these guys up. As soon as they played well later on, man, I was like, I'm keeping this guy, holding on to them. And they paid off.
And those are big names now, but, these are the guys that, they might be no-namers for now, and then they're going to blow up. So use that to your advantage. It's something really that, a lot of people don't think about. You can pick up and drop right before the games as long as your league permits that, and most leagues will. So that can be really key. So that's 2 points for you on the Classic and Classified. Now we're going to move on to the
Red Zone
Pursuit. Yep.
Yes. All right, guys. So for this week, we got pickups, guys that you could possibly pick up. Unless someone had picked them up, or you might have picked them up, or you might have picked them up already. Stephon Diggs, dude, from Minnesota.
Yep.
He's the only player to be averaging. I think he's the only player to be averaging 100 yards per game.
No, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's played 3 games so far. This guy, we've seen his highlights. He makes every catch count.
Yeah.
He's been racking those points up. So this is a guy that you can definitely invest in. Next, we have Jordan Reed. This guy killed it this last weekend.
Yeah.
He's the only really healthy tight end that the Redskins have.
Mm-hmm.
He's a go-to guy for Kirk Cousins. So another good pickup there. After that, we have Orleans Darkwa.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you said that right.
Yeah, Darkwa. Yeah, there you go. This guy has done pretty well with the carries he got in New York. He shows that toughness, the grit, the extra yards. Yeah, he pushes for that. So we're going to see him definitely get more carries. There's still a committee back there. But the way things looked this last weekend, he should be able to separate himself from the other running backs.
And I hope so. I mean, I feel like it's been way too long and deep in the season for none of these backs to really separate themselves. There's been so much opportunity. So if this man's going to be the guy to take over, let's do it. Let's see it.
Hopefully, yeah. So if you can get him, now's the time. You also have Tyler Lockett. All right, the Seahawks. We mentioned him before. If he's a guy you can stash, don't expect too much until after maybe week 8. Reason being, the guy's still learning the playbook. But in the beginning, he started kind of hot. He ended up in a lot of highlight reels, scoring touchdowns. This last weekend, had another good weekend. Still, a lot of people have a lot of faith in him.
Yeah.
But if he's out there, he's a good guy to stash. Expect something from him later. Not too far from now, where he can be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's got the hands. He's got the feet. So
he's developing there. Yeah.
Other than that, we have Marquise Wilson, another possible stash. You guys know Alshon Jeffrey, Eddie Royal have trouble staying healthy. When they're gone, this guy's there and this guy produces. So if anything happens to one of them, this guy's a bona fide, wide receiver too.
Yeah.
And
one other thing I want to add to Red Zone Pursuit is this is not a huge deal, but a lot of people are making goofy mistakes of dropping like a high-end defense like the Denver Broncos because they're on bye week, or the Packers that are starting to pick up their pace on defense and having fantasy value. So when these bye week come by and you see, watch out for the other owners. Most leagues won't have this issue, but if you're in a league where some people drop a valuable defense or someone like that because they're on a bye week and they don't have the roster space, snatch that. Make sure you take advantage of those moments because some people will do it out there. So just a disclaimer.
Yeah, good. So nice, guys. All right, the script.
This is becoming my favorite segment.
Mine too.
Right.
It is mine too. Yeah. All right, guys. So buy low. All right, buy low. What do we mean? So you trade, but you don't offer a lot. Because you want to buy something, you want to get a player that's really good with a lot of upside. Number one, Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
All right? Crazy.
People are panicking.
All right? I'm panicking. All right? I have Lacy. But I know. All right? We can't get too emotional. Think with our logic.
Yeah.
Think with our heads. He's had trouble last year. Slow start, second half, he tore it up. We expect the same thing this week. He's coming off his bye week.
Yeah.
We all know when Eddie Lacy and Starks are healthy, Eddie Lacy's way better than him.
Yeah.
So this is what we expect. Just, he's going to get better. Ankles healing up. He'll separate himself from Starks again.
What he has to his advantage is that he's a workhorse kind of guy. He's tough. So the fact that he's not healthy is really taking his toll on his main asset.
Yeah.
So once he gets healthy, Starks, I mean, he can carry the ball, but you see him get tired. He's getting old too, and he looked good in the last couple of games. But don't get me wrong, not to discredit him, but Eddie Lacy is the young back that's going to be able to really carry that team, and it's just a matter of him getting healthy. But a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, they're going to start to split time because Starks has looked so good. They're on a bye week. It's a quiet time right now for Eddie Lacy. So before he blows up,
yeah, now's the time.
Buy low.
His stock's gonna go up. Also, AJ Green. AJ Green's had one really big blow up week. Other than that, he's been kind of quiet.
Yep.
Under the radar. He's coming off a bye week. So if you get him and trade for him now, you just trade. You don't have to worry about a bye week. Plus, the guy has so much upside. It's actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
I like when players, they have quiet times. Because then you can buy them low. This guy is a top receiver. He's healthy right now. Andy Dalton's on fire.
Yep.
He's using everybody. But it's just a matter of time where AJ Green, he's been steady. But he will have his big weeks. And you're going to want them. You're going to need them. Also, Martavius Bryant, Antonio Brown. These guys, Big Ben is coming back, guys. Big Ben's coming back.
A lot of people forgot about Bryant.
Man, it's going to be raining touchdowns when that guy comes back.
Yeah.
So we want you guys to know, Martavius Bryant, he had one really big week when he first came back. This last week he was solid. He was good. So his stock isn't too high, hopefully, if you can still get him. And Antonio Brown, last week was his first solid week for a long time.
Yeah.
So hopefully the owners are desperate or a little bit, so where you don't have to trade too much to get one of them.
Yeah.
So also Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah, Randall Cobb. I mean, you can probably buy low on him because he's been quiet in the past couple weeks. He's gotten his usual receptions and stuff. So if you're a PPR, he holds value. But he's a slot receiver, so a lot of times he's gonna get those quick passes, those receptions, those 10-yard catches, and that's what you see him do a lot. While James Jones is getting those red zone targets over there, and so a lot of people they're intimidated by that. They're like, James Jones is the red zone man. Aaron Rodgers, but at the end of the day, Cobb has been there consistent with the team. He's gonna get his touchdowns, and a lot of people during these quiet weeks are thinking, well, man, he's just not the man back there. Is James Jones, or he's not getting as many looks, but he is. He's getting those quick short passes, and he's gonna get touchdowns sooner or later, whether they stop him or not, he's gonna manage to get them. So
it's just a matter of time.
Yeah,
he should bounce back. He's too good of a wide receiver to not bounce back.
Yeah.
And it's coming up his bye week. Hopefully his shoulder's a little bit more healed up. But here and again, it's the case. You don't pay too much for them. You buy low on them. Guys are desperate.
Yeah.
And it's good. Randall Cobb's a good investment.
Yeah.
He's never got anything you could buy a low on.
Right.
All right. So yeah, that's it for the
buy lows on.
The buy lows.
Who are you gonna sell high?
Sell high. All right, guys, sell high. This goes for anybody if you own Des Bryant.
Yeah.
Sell high. Okay, he's about to come back. There's a lot of hype with the Cowboys, everybody else. And you can also say, man, but why am I gonna sell him? I've held on to him.
Yeah.
Well, the point is, his injury, we're not sure how he is yet. He's barely starting to run, do any serious drills. He's just starting to do that stuff. So you're not sure when he's actually going to even come back.
Yeah.
And even then, he's going to be dealing with a kind of a mediocre quarterback.
Right.
Not Tony Romo. Tony Romo is going to be gone for a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
So you're going to be with a guy who's not really being able to perform to his best.
Yeah.
But the quarterback who's not that good. And you're not really sure if you're going to get the best Des Bryant.
Right.
So right now, where his value is starting to reach back to where it normally is at, you want to sell him. But as I say, sell high. Get the most you can. Trade him as if this is week 1 of fantasy football and his value's up there, and sell him as that. When you talk to guys, hey, Des Bryant's coming back. The guy's a beast. He's healthy now. You want to be able to sell that and you use that. Get the most.
The thing is that like he said, there's so much hype already around this guy. Just because they expect him to come back and just blow up, just like he never left. And there's so many around injuries. There's so many things that come into play, especially with an injured quarterback that is pending. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely a guy that a lot of people are expecting to just blow up as soon as he comes back, and that may not necessarily be the case. So you can take advantage of that and get a more sure bet somewhere else. But yeah, that's a good sell high on.
Yeah, sell high, guys. So
As you guys know, you are watching Fantasy Football Red Zone. So in the coming weeks, we're going to continue to give you the guys to look out for, the do's and don'ts. And more than anything, we encourage you to email us at fantasyfootballrz@gmail.com. That's kind of how we've been staying in tune with a lot of you guys. Even when we haven't put out an episode, we've been getting some of those emails, and we've been getting back to you guys and whatnot. So
we also have Twitter,
Yep.
right? FF Red Zone 15. You can respond, ask questions. We're more than willing to, respond to you guys. Let you guys know what's up.
Yeah.
We're always available. We're your coaches. We're your coaches. And remember, subscribe, share a friend that you need some more info. We're here to help you guys out.
Subscribe. All right. So that's Fantasy Football Red Zone, the YouTube channel you've all been waiting for, with all the information you need.
Yes, it is.
Let's go.